straightforward for these young women. Now, next final on the track is a cracker. Men's 2,000 metre steeplechase. 6 in this lineup have run inside 5:50 this year. Is it going to be tactical like the men's 800 for the first 450? Or are one of the two very fast Spaniards going to grab this race by the scruff of the neck? We are going to find out shortly. There's El Asri. He's the second quickest in the field, third from the left-hand side there. We're starting on the inside. Ricardo Ambrosia, 11th quickest in Europe this year, 5:49. Odachi, 4th in the Balkan Champs over 1,500. Then El Asri, really consistent performer. He's run 3:58 for the 1,500 3 times this year. Very good flat speed. El Asri, one of the favourites. Timo Ligier, 4 wins on home soil this year. He's run a 3:56.15. Coppola, 7th in Heat 2. He's a 1:55 800 metre runner. Can he bring that speed to good effect? Jakub Filipek, PB in qualification, 5:54. Dylan Millard from Taunton, 6th in Heat 1. Looks like he's ready for business. The second of the Turks, Musab Kundaki. He won the Balkan Champs, 5:47. He's a 1:58 800 metre runner indoors. That takes some doing at this age. Kundachi being introduced to the crowd. Jakob Rodal, second in the opening heat. He ran 5:50.9 last month. Could he break 5:50 here? Adam Savinka of Czechia. He won the opening heat in really good style. Hakan Kamlish Sorstad, a 1:56 800 runner. Then to the possible favourite, Torin Grosser. He's run 5:45 twice. And that brilliant lifetime best of 5:42. If it's quick, he could benefit. Mikhail Gadjius, another 1:56 800 metre runner. And Kachur, the other Czechia athlete, he ran 5:55 in Ostrava in the middle of last month. We've got 3 of the quickest 4 in Europe in this race, in this age group. The 2 Spaniards will fancy it, but there are many others who think they can stop them. The men's 2,000 metre steeplechase gets underway, and there's some real shoving going on there. It was Ambrosio just giving the Spaniard El Asri a little bit of a nudge, but as is quite often the case, there's a big burn-up for the first 50 to jostle for position, but then it all gets very, very slow and tactical. We've had so many fallers in the steeplechase. Everybody wants a clear line of sight to the barriers. El Asri on the inside, no real interest in taking this on, and it's Coppola now on the outside. And watch the 2 athletes from Turkey as they take the water jump. Wow, the German came right through the middle of them. I'm not sure how he managed to do that without knocking one of the others over. Rodal, there wasn't really a gap, and he passed them almost in mid-air over the barrier. He hasn't really injected any pace. In fact, he slowed it down, but he got to the front in order to do that.
So, just going through the first 400 metres, unofficially 1:14. So, slowish opening lap. That's around 6:10 pace, so fairly sedentary when you compare it with the championship best of 5:38 held by the Spaniard Sergio Del Barrio, who won the title 2 years ago in Jerusalem. It will get quicker, it inevitably has to get quicker, but at the moment this slow pace could cause problems. Everybody's trying to look for clear sight of the barriers. Well, cleanly over that one. There's navigated 600 metres now, coming through for the water jump. They're almost ratcheting back on the speed. There's a couple of men actually starting to just struggle a little bit at the rear. One of the poles, I think that's Gadjius. But at the moment, all the main protagonists up in front.
And when the race unfolds like this, and this is virtually a jog, and now Torregrossa has had enough. 3 laps to go, he's decided to make a proper race of it. And that's quite sensible, because I think when it's incredibly slow, it actually plays into the hands of those who've got raw speed but might not be able to produce one of the quickest overall times. And it doesn't do any favours to the likes of Torregrossa, who knows he can hold on for a 5:42. I think he's aware there's some very fast finishers in this race, and he wants to run the sting out of them before it turns into a 600-metre burn-up. This is sensible running by the fastest man in the field.
Yes, we saw there just outside 3 minutes. I think it was 3:04 unofficially for the first kilometre, so still slow, but that last 200 metres, certainly Torregrossa's been going through the gears and picking up the pace, but he hasn't picked it up so much that he's managed to shake off most of his main rivals. Some of these men have got very good 1500-metre speed, and that includes the Czech Savinka, who's on his shoulder at the moment, as well as the Norwegian Sorstad. Torregrossa, well, that's a faster lap. After 2 1:14s, it was a 67 lap. But Torregrossa now, it seems to have slowed back down again.
Yeah, I can't understand that. It was the right move to go to the front. And where they were all stretched out, they're beginning to bunch again. Torregrossa realises no matter what effort he's put in over the last lap and a half, it is going to turn into a 550-metre burn-up for the title. El Asri's had enough now. Remember, he's run multiple 358s, and this is his bid to break the field. He's gone to the front with 500 to go. Watch for Savinka. The Czechia athlete has gone with him. El Asri is in third. The German Rodel trying to come through. And look at this from Adam Savinka. He's a big, powerful performer, and he takes it on with 400 to go. He's trying to stretch away from the 2 fastest men in the field. Torregrossa, the smaller of the figures, in third, with El Asri in second. And Roda's not completely out of this. The German in fifth. What a good race this is turning out to be. El Asri now trying to take the lead again. Don't rule out Kundachi of Turkey trying to close the gap on Torregrossa. But El Asri now over this water jump, taken well. So too Savinska. Oh, 2-footed landing for Torregrossa, and he might come under pressure for the bronze. And it's the German who's moved into third place. El Asri, one last barrier. He's away and clear. Savinka now of Czechia looks over his shoulder. Didn't realise Rodel was coming on the other side. El Asri has time to celebrate. A dive on the line for second from Savinka. A brilliant, brilliant bronze for the German. Wow. El Asri had loads of time to celebrate come the end. Savinka now on his knees, hands on his hips. He's waiting for the confirmation that diving over the line was good enough for silver instead of bronze, and it was. The Spaniard won, but silver to Czechia and bronze to Rodel. PBs for both, and the fastest man in the field, Torregrossa, was run out of it.
Well, El Asri came here as the third-ranked Spaniard, a late addition to the team, but he is going to leave here as the champion of Europe in the under-18 age group, continuing the Spanish success stories over the barriers. 2 years ago at Sergio del Barrio. On this occasion here in 2024 in Banska Bystrica, it's Bakr El Asri. Around 3 seconds outside of his personal best. But that's going to be revised, I'm sure, in the not-too-distant future. Well, it was a very slow first couple of laps. 1:14s. At this point, we were wondering whether it was even going to be inside 6 minutes. We expected it was, as the race was going to crank up over the second half. This is the finale as El Asri comes round, goes past Savinka. Oh dear, at this point, Torregrossa, who looked so good just running out of steam over the last 200 metres, but there was no stopping Bakr El Asri. What a battle for the silver. Savinka, who'd done a lot of the work from about 500 metres to go, just hanging on, just holding off the very good German Rodal. Gold to Spain, silver to Czechia, bronze to Germany. And as you say, everybody was happy. El Asri gets the gold, personal best and medals for Savinka and Rodal.
Torregrossa's big problem, he made a bold decision to go to the front and then didn't do anything with it. And he landed two-footed off the last water jump and lost all his momentum. El Asri was away and clear. The Czechia athlete looked the wrong way. Then once he became aware that the German Rodal was on his outside, he just about had enough time to mount his assault for silver on the inside. What a finish.
What I liked about El Asri was he was always clear at all the hurdles, even if he was running wide. He knew what was going on all the time.
El Asri is the champion. Savinka with a PB and the silver. Rodal with a PB and the bronze. The favourite Torregrossa run out to fifth.